Hi,
How are
Kari.
you?
I'm well. I'm well. I'm thinking about you and I'm wondering what day is this?
Oh boy.
You've been building such a habit around skiing every day. And
Okay.
I'm wondering, what day is it?
It's
We need
so
to celebrate.
exciting because it is day 35.
Wow,
I haven't done day 35 yet, but it is
you
day
will.
35, which will mark 5 consecutive weeks of water skiing every day.
And you
And it's
go
crazy.
ahead.
It's crazy to me to think about.
Well, I know when I was there a few weeks, I think you were on like day 12 and you started off just with a goal of 7 days, right?
I started off earlier in the summer, said to my husband one day, you know what, this coming week, we don't have anything, we're going to be here. And I want to try to ski every day for 7 days in a row, which, um, we're at the lake a lot, but I've skied my whole life, but I've become sort of, picky about the conditions and, oh, I don't want to get my hair wet and all these things. So, but I do love skiing. And so I skied 7 days in a row. And my oldest daughter was here on my seventh day, and I was like celebrating. I did this thing. And then she said, like, well, Mom, why would you stop? And what if you just, pushed yourself to see how far you could keep going? And of course, I love a challenge.
Yeah, you do.
I do
That
love
is
a
true about
challenge,
you.
but it's been such a powerful experience to think about um, establishing habit, making a
Yeah.
change and establishing habit.
And when
Yeah.
you started, it took such conscious attention to think about when and who was driving the boat and when you were washing your hair and all of that. And now you've worked through all of those so that a lot of that becomes unconscious. And
Yeah.
so
Well, I invested in a swim
a
cap,
swim
which
cap.
gives my families the giggles, but it takes out of the equation that I have to, you know, worry about if my hair is going to be wet when I go to bed or if I'm going somewhere or whatever. So, but
You know, I'm
go ahead.
thinking about how that there are a couple of components to that. And one is whereas before having to wash your hair every day would be a barrier that would prevent you. Now that you have this challenge and even maybe a little bit of accountability,
Yeah.
as you've told me about it, you've told your daughter about everybody's on
The
board with what
whole
number.
neighborhood
The
knows about
whole
it.
neighborhood knows
Everybody
what.
who sees me says, what day is it? Which also really speaks to the power of telling people about your goals. Oh,
Yeah.
I've got a timer going because I'm baking a cake. It speaks to the power of telling people about your goals so that they can help you achieve them and celebrate them with you.
So I want to tie this to an instructional message before your cake burns. And so
Making a birthday cake for my
making a
mother.
birthday cake. So in terms of habits in the classroom,
Mhm.
what initially feels impossible or overwhelming with lots and lots of barriers, if you take those barriers one at a time and
Yeah.
troubleshoot them and
Yeah.
stick with it, and obviously having a partner, a critical friend, even,
Yeah.
taking an online class, doing something
Yeah.
that keeps the momentum going until some things become automatic is a powerful way to sustain change.
Absolutely.
Like,
And I can't really tell the story without giving tribute to my husband, who really is my partner in, I mean, every night,
is.
like he drives the boat and he cheers me on. And I have to tell you, I've been skiing since I'm not meaning to sort of brag about myself, but I've been skiing since I was 14 or 15 years old. But this week, I keep saying to him, I can't believe how much of a stronger, more confident skier I am for the practice. And
And
part of that is, yeah. So anyway,
yeah,
there's just,
so even when you're already pretty good at something, practicing it intentionally pays
yeah,
off and polishing what you're already doing pays off. And I have to say that when I was there and there was one time when we were taking the boat around the lake and you were getting in and I think John said something about his role, like he's done 38 days of driving as well.
34 so far, but
34. So 34 days of driving as well. But he said something really sweet. He said, well, yes, but I'm in it because it's Kari. It was very sweet. So partners make a difference.
Partners do make a difference. And, the other fun thing is that some others have been inspired to start some streaks of skiing and surfing and wakeboarding. And that I think is another thing, just the power of spreading the word about what you're doing with some excitement and people, building momentum. So we're believing in simple starts and small starts, and momentum has to start somewhere.
And it started with a measurable goal, right?
Yeah. One that I felt like it's going to be a little stretch, but I think I can do this for 7 days.
Okay. All right, sister, you got to get your cake.
I got to go get the cake. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.